story time with me, Mrs. Red. Woo, 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 woo. Let me hear it. Now, if you got monster sounds, growls, howls, yeah, you already knew. You already knew. Yeah, Micah's been roaring for a while, and I just didn't have my headphones turned on. I picked him up, and I was seeing gestures in local chat, like, why don't I hear any of this? Oh, it was off. Oh no, who did it? Zyrak must be here. Where did the chirp from? It was Percy. Oh no, you've been corrupted by your son. Scary sound. You're right. I did say scary sounds. That's right, Loki. Welcome back from your gallop or canter. Maybe it was a trot. Team Nuggets, that's right. We are Team Nuggies, but we are also here for Mama Bears. You know about old people bingo right over there? You see it in the golden years? That's where we were old people at, right? We're in the same place as when we were old, but we're younger now. Look at our skin. That's right. One team, one dream. Hey, Journey. Y'all, if you don't know about Journey, Journey's a hoot. Also, highly recommend that you do any of Journey's little thought he was stuck behind the book. Any of him little courses. He does these neat, very intricate, elaborate courses. I don't know how to describe them. You race around on a cheetah or something and then you score points and stuff. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mr. Kama took first place in the last one where you had to race around on a bull. And I took, was it second place or third place? I was up there, one of the top three. Just know I wasn't number one. That was my husband. Hello, Sparkles. Welcome in. Welcome in. Tonight, we are here in the Wild Rumpus event. It is being held in loving honor of Grammy Bear. That's John, Sass's teammate's mother, and a cherished part of the Mama Bear's family. She recently passed away after her battle with cancer. Her warmth, creativity, and caring spirit continue to inspire them, and we're proud to dedicate this Relay for Life fundraiser, this story time, to her memory as we all come together to raise hope and support in the fight against cancer. So, if you want to support Mama Bears, Mama Bear, John's mom, the memory, the honor, please consider donating to the kiosk behind me. You got a Linden, you got some Pocky change, you're breaking open your piggy banks, you're undoing those nice little coin rolls they give you at the bank. Put a couple pennies in. That would be wonderful. Thank you. And we're going to start. Hey, Sparkles, welcome in. We're going to start with our drumroll book of the night, Where the Wild Things Are. Are you ready? Have you shaken out your wildness? Are your feral beings tamed for the moment? That's a perfect sound, comma, yes. I love that. Oh, I remembered to take a picture. Look at me go. I'm terrible at that. If you grab any photographs, consider please popping them on Facebook or in my Discord. I would love to see what you capture. Yay! Where the Wild Things Are. Stories and pictures by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit, sorry for any of the wolves here, and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, I'll eat you! Arr! So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Mm-mm-mm. I know. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew, kind of similar to the one we're sitting in right now. Just like this. Maybe a forest will grow at your home, too. And it grew. Look at all that lush foliage. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max and he sailed off through the night and the day. The boat's name is Max, too. It's pretty cool. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth. And they rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still!" Gosh. And tamed them with magic tricks of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. So they made him king of all the wild things. "And now," Max cried, "let the wild rumpus start." Techno party. Look at them go. They're swinging, they're monkey barsing in the trees. They're carrying Max around. Hip hip, Max! "Now stop!" Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go! We'll eat you up! We love you so!" And Max said, "No!" Ugh. The wild things roared their terrible roars, "Rawr!" and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes. You can't hear it, but I'm doing it. And showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat named Max, and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end of Where the Wild Things Are. Woo! Yay! Did your bedroom ever get like that? Did you ever sail? Have you anybody in a dream maybe? Have you been where the wild things are until today? Like we're where the wild things are now, but prior to now. No, me either. You ride a giraffe. I believe that, Micah. I believe that. If you were a wild thing, would you have really sharp claws? Or would you have a tail? Or maybe some wings? I didn't see a winged wild thing. Hmm. You want to go where the wild things is? Oh, your bedroom? Yeah, I bet that journey. I imagine that your room is really wild. Probably a giant cat scratching tree and some grass. The wild things had wings, they'd be able to fly. I never thought about it like that. You're probably right, Kama. Yeah. One moment. I tell you, frogs' noses, they get pollen in them when they're in the wild. It's true. And it's nothing that you can prevent. It's just what it is. Oh, yeah. Fluffy is more fun. I agree with that. Well, speaking about monsters, welcome into those I may have missed. Welcome into story time. Oh my gosh, what? Your favorite? Yay! I'm happy to hear that. We got a couple monster books lined up. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool, 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 cool. Really? Oh, well, settle in because we got number one and we got number two. Thank you to Kilolo, who even showed me that there was a number two. Yay! I know, right? Okay. The Monster at the End of This Book, starring the lovable furry old Grover, by John Stone, illustrated by Michael Sumolin, featuring Jim Henson's Sesame Street Muppets. Hello, everybody! What's this little dude next to me? Oh gosh, that's precious. Oh, it jumps. Oh. I wasn't ready for that. A monster at the end of this book. This is a very dull page. What's on the next page? Oh, I can't wait. Hey, Melissy, welcome back. What did that say? On the first page. No, what did that say? Did that say that there will be a monster at the end of this book? It did, didn't it? Oh, I'm so scared of monsters. I don't know. Should we go on? Yeah, okay. We'll just double triple check. Let me look. Okay, everybody, get in. Real quiet now. Shh. Listen. I have an idea, right? Hear me out. Hear me out, dude. If you do not turn any more pages, we will never get to the end of this book, right? And that is good because there's a monster at the end of this book. So please, I beg, do not turn the page. Don't do it. You turn the page. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Maybe you do not understand. I will break it down. You see, turning pages, right? The act of turning the page, it brings us closer to the end of this book. And that, right? Remember I was saying that's where the monster is. It's at the end of the book here. But this right here, all these ropes and stuff, it's going to stop you from turning the pages. See, I am trying and tying the pages together so that you cannot do that. Okay? You turned another page. Look at all my ropes. You do not know what you're doing to me. I am stressed. Now, okay, stop turning pages. Okay, we're just gonna. No, no. There. I, I Grover, okay, am nailing this page to the next page, so that way you will not be able to turn it, and we will not get any closer to the monster at the end of this book. Bam, bling, blonk, clonk, blonk, bing, blonk, blonk. All right, all right, all right. Do you know, right? Every time that you turn another page, you not only get us a one step closer to the monster at the end of this book, but you're making quite a terrible mess. I mean, honestly, look at there's wood, debris, sawdust. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. What am I gonna do with that? This right here, okay, three little piggies, Humpty Dumpty on a wall, whatnot. This will stop you, okay, from turning such heavy pages and such. A heavy, thick, solid, strong brick wall. My gosh, poor Grover. I would just like to see you try and turn this brick wall page. I bet you can't. I bet you got little eggy arms. They'll crack. Do you know that you are very strong? Cause that's we strong, Ollie. Welcome back. The next page is the end of this book, and there is a monster at the end of this book. Oh, I am so scared. Please, 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 please. Do not turn the page. Me either. I'll close my eyes. Y'all close your eyes. We'll all close them together. Did I click the right side? Well, look at that. This is the end of the book, and the only one here is me. Lovable furry old Grover, am the monster at the end of this book. And you were so scared. I told you and told you there was nothing to be afraid of. I said it the entire time. I don't know. The end. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Yes, and Cookie Monster. That's blia blia blia. That's all, folks. Wow, I haven't heard that in a hot man yet. Well, well, well. If you're like me, maybe you didn't know that there was a second book to that series, and it's called Another Monster at the End of This Book. I know, I know. Starring yours truly, the lovable furry old Grover, and the equally lovable furry little Elmo. I know. Another monster at the end of this book. Another monster at the end of this book? Oh, no. Another one. Another monster. That's what you said? But Elmo loves monsters, Mr. Grover. Turn the page, please. We will not go any farther in this book. We simply will not. I'm going to click it. Elmo, I am not going to the end of this book. If there is a monster there, monsters are not to be trifled with. I'm going to stay right here on the first page. Okay, Mr. Grover, Elmo goes see the monster all by himself. Turn the page, please. Look how respectable Elmo is. Will you please stop turning pages? Every time you turn a page, we get closer to the monster at the end of this book. Elmo, come with me. We are going home. Now. Elmo? Elmo, where are you? Turn the page. Okay, I'm turning. Elmo, do you not understand that at the end of this book there is a monster? It could be a nice furry monster like you or me or Cookie or Harry, but it could be also a big, scary, hungry monster with sharp teeth and claws and an attitude. Therefore, I am putting these hundreds of paper clips here just to remind you that we're not going to the end of this book. Yes, Mr. Grover, turn the page, please. Well, when you put please, okay, I'm going to turn it. All right, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I have now taken all of your alphabet blocks and built a huge castle right here, right now. No one can turn this page now. Oh, I did. Turny, turny, turn, turn. Well, when he put it like that. Enough is enough. I, Grover, am now gluing this page down, so you cannot turn it. You simply won't be able to. No. And if you cannot turn the page, we will not get to the monster at the end of this book. Okay? Elmo says, do it. And I would like to think in this moment it's Elmo v. Elmo in that meme with the hood up where he's like, do it. But that's Kermit. Same universe. Do it. Elmo, please, please forget about seeing the monster at the end of this book and come back with me to the beginning of the book. Please, pretty, please. Look at me. I'm covered in glue, paper clips, building alphabet blocks. Come on. Little Elmo wants to see the monster. Turn the page. Okay, Elmo. This will stop you from turning pages. I, Grover, have put up a thick steel wall so no one can ever turn this page again. Whole book, useless, right now. What did you say to that, little Elmo? Little Elmo. Elmo, where are you? Elmo? Elmo is already on the next page. All right, we will go and see the monster, but just one peek. Listen carefully. You tiptoe around to the back of the book, and I, Grover, will stay here. And when I say turn the page, you jump in from the back of the book, and I'll jump in from the front of the book, and we'll see the monster, and then we can run like little bunny rabbits away. Okay, how's that sound? It's good? On three. Are you at the back of the book, little Elmo? Yes, Mr. Grover. Then, here we go. A one, a two. Get ready to turn the page and then run like a bunny rabbit. A three, turn the page. Ah! I never thought that the monster at the end of the book would be you, little Elmo. You. No, Mr. Grover, you are the monster I saw at this book. And I saw you. No, 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 you. No. I saw you. No, I saw you. No, we saw you and we saw each other. Whatever. Where are you going? Elmo is going back 2 pages to see the monster again. Ah! The end of another monster at the end of this book. Wow! That's right, Loki. Yep. Yep. What did you think? Do you feel like that was as good as book 1 or maybe better? They were. They really were good. But you did. You loved it. Oh, good. I'm glad. Better because it had Elmo. Okay, that's fair. 2 for the price of 1. Well, we have some time left, so I've just pulled a bunch of monster books that I have. And I'm thinking, who here is familiar with the Gruffalo? Anybody here familiar with the Gruffalo? Yeah? Well, did you know that this book series also has 2 books? It's the Gruffalo and then the Gruffalo's Child. Oh my goodness. Well, let me introduce you to the Gruffalo for those who may not know. All right? Same thing, monsters and whatnot, right? What? Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me get it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, perfect. This is written by one of my favorite authors, Julia Donaldson. You know, every time we do Halloween, we read the witch book where she's on the broomstick and she adds a frog and a cat and a dog. Well, that's by Julia Donaldson. I know. We love her. Okay. The Gruffalo. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going, little brown mouse? Come and have some lunch in my underground house. Oh, that's terribly kind of you, Fox, but no. I'm going to have lunch with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo, why didn't you know? He has terrible tusks and terrible claws. Look how sharp they are. And terrible teeth in his terrible jaws.
Oh my god.
Where are you meeting him? Oh, here, right here by these rocks, these nice cool rocks. And his favorite food is, well, roasted fox. Roasted fox? I'm off, the fox said. Goodbye, little mouse. And away he sped. Silly old fox. Doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? Cyrac, look away. On went the mouse through the deep dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have tea in my treetop house. Oh, that's frightfully nice of you, Owl, but no, I'm going to have tea with the Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What is a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why didn't you know? He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. Where are you meeting him? Oh, here, right here, by this nice cool stream. And his favorite food is, well, owl ice cream. Owl ice cream? Too hoot, too woo woo! Goodbye, little mouse! And away the owl flew. Silly old owl. Doesn't he know? There is no such thing as a Gruffalo. Zyrak, you can look again. On went the mouse through the deep dark wood, and a snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house. Aha! That's wonderfully good of you, Snake. But no, I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo's? What's a Gruffalo's? A Gruffalo? Why didn't you know? He has orange eyes, and his tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Where are you meeting him? Here, by this lake. And his favorite food? Oh, unfortunately, is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake? It's time that I hide. Goodbye, little mouse. And away the snakes slide. Silly old snake! Doesn't he know there's no such thing as a gruffa? Oh, but who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws? He has knobbly knees and turned out toes, and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. His eyes are orange, his tongue is black, he has purple prickles all over his back. Oh, help! Oh no, it's a Gruffalo! My favorite food, the Gruffalo said. You'll taste good on a slice of bread. Mmm. Good? Said the mouse. Don't call me good. No, I'm the scariest creature in this wood, I'll have you know. And just walk behind me, and soon you'll see everyone is afraid of me. Oh, yeah. All right, said the Gruffalo, bursting with laughter. You go ahead, and I'll follow after. They walked and walked till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hiss in the leaves instead. It's a snake, said the mouse. Why, Snake, hello! Snake took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, crumbs! He said. Goodbye, little mouse! And off he slid to his log pile house. You see, said the mouse, I told you so. Amazing, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hoot in the trees ahead. Cyrus, don't look. It's an owl, said the mouse. Why, owl, hello! Owl took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh dear, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And off he flew to his treetop house. Okay, good luck. You see, said the mouse, I told you so. Astounding, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I can hear feet on the path ahead. It's Fox, said the mouse. Why, Fox, hello! Fox took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, help! He said. Goodbye, little mouse! And off he ran to his underground house. Well, Gruffalo, said the mouse, you see, everyone is afraid of me. But now my tummy's beginning to rumble. My favorite food is Gruffalo crumble. Gruffalo crumble? The Gruffalo said, and quick as the wind he turned and fled. All was quiet in the deep dark wood. The mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. The end of the Gruffalo. And now you've been introduced to the Gruffalo. Super scary. Almost could have been mouse food if you ask me. Now, did you know? That's right. Smart little mouse. That's right, Dorm. Did you know that the Gruffalo went on to have a child? So they lived to tell the tale. Maybe they'll tell their child about just how scary the mice are. We will see. I'm going to resize it because it's itty bitty. Okay, it said that's as big as it'll get right now. Thank you. Goodbye, Lucian. Thanks for coming. We have hit our halftime for the reading today. It is 3:30 SLT. We go till 4. If you are having fun enjoying our monster stories and would like to show some love to the Mama Bears team, please do consider donating to the kiosk behind me where this little forest dude is. That would be lovely. And if you have already donated, I cannot see because the kiosk is in Sass's name, but I thank you so much for your support, your generosity, your caring. It really means a lot. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Sass, John, their team, and just everybody here at Relay, because as we remember, one team, one dream. Yes, it goes to the same place at the end of the day. So thank you all. And thank you for being here. That means a lot too. You showing up and participating in events is everything to me. That's right. One team, one team. Aw, confetti. One team. I can't wait. Okay, that's a good time to ask. Who here is new to Relay for Life? Do we have anybody that's new? Are you like, what is a kiosk? What does that mean? What are we doing here? No? We're all caught up? Okay. All right then. Well, just keep in mind, Relay for Life was June 13th and 14th. And you want to know how I know that? Because my birthday is June 15th. Wow, 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 wow. It's going to be one busy weekend for me, I tell you. Yep, yep. I know, right? Another Gemini in the building. Wah, 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 wah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Sass B-Day, June 17th. Cool. No way. June 16th? Another Gemini in the house. B-Day, June 16th. Holy cannolis. Wow. Ha, we're a bunch of air right now. I talk about us airheads. June 20th. Wow. We got another Gemini in the building, just being shy back there. How unusual. That's out of character for us. Dormouse. Dormo's birthday is June 13th. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wait, so his birthday starts. It's the first day of Relay for Life. Wow. Yay and stuff. Do not repeat that. You did not learn that here at Mrs. Red's Storytime. Nope. Yeah, down with cancer. Thank you. That's right. Change the subject. It wasn't you. Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh. Well, we got our sillies out. We're going to learn about the Gruffalo's child. I pray they both survive the mighty scary mouse. Dun-dun-dun-dun. The Gruffalo said that no Gruffalo should ever set foot in the deep dark wood. Why not? Why not? Because if you do, oh no, the big bad mouse will be after you. I met him once, said the Gruffalo. I met him a long, long time ago. What does he look like? Tell us, Dad. Is he terribly big and terribly bad? I can't quite remember, the Gruffalo said. Then he thought for a minute and scratched his head. Welcome back, Ollie. The big bad mouse is terribly strong, and his scaly tail is terribly long. His eyes are like pools of terrible fire, and his terrible whiskers are tougher than wire. One snowy night, when the Gruffalo snored, the Gruffalo's child was feeling rather bored. The Gruffalo's child was feeling brave, So she tiptoed out of the Gruffalo cave. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. Into the wood went the Gruffalo's child. Aha! Oh! A trail in the snow. Whose is this trail and where does it go? A tail poked out of a log pile house. Could this be the tail of the big bad mouse? Out slid the creature. His eyes were small, and he didn't have whiskers. No, none at all. You're not the mouse. Not I, said the snake. He's down by the lake, eating Gruffalo cake. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said the Gruffalo's child. Aha! Aho! Marks in the snow. Whose are these claw marks? Where do they go? Two eyes gleamed out of a treetop. Don't look, Si. Could these be the eyes of a big bad mouse? Down flew the creature. His tail was short, and he didn't have whiskers of any sort. You're not the mouse. To-hoo, not I. But he's somewhere nearby, eating Gruffalo pie. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared. No, mm-mm, said the Gruffalo's child. Okay, you can look. Oh, a track in the snow. Whose is this track and where does it go? Whiskers at last and an underground house. Could this be the home of the big bad mouse? Out slunk the creature. His eyes weren't fiery, his tail wasn't scary, and his whiskers weren't wiry. You're not the mouse. Oh ho, not me. He's under a tree drinking Gruffalo tea. It's all a trick, said the Gruffalo's child, as she sat on a stump where the snow lay piled. I don't believe in the big bad mouse. But here comes a little one out of his house. Not big, not bad, but a mouse at least. You'll taste good as a midnight feast. Wait, said the mouse, before you eat, there's a friend of mine that you ought to meet. I mean, if you'll let me hop into a hazel twig, I'll beckon my friend so bad and so big. The Gruffalo's child unclenched her fist. The big bad mouse. So, he does exist. The mouse hopped into the hazel tree. He beckoned, then said, Just you wait, you'll see. Out came the moon. It was bright and round, and a terrible shadow fell onto the ground. Who is this creature so big, bad, and strong? His tail and his whiskers are terribly long. His ears are enormous, and over his shoulder he carries a nut as big as a boulder. Oh my gosh. The big, bad mouse, yelled the Gruffalo's child. The mouse jumped down from the twig and smiled. Aha! Aho! Prints in the snow. Whose are these footprints? Where do they go? The footprints led to the Gruffalo cave, where the Gruffalo's child was a bit less brave. The Gruffalo's child was a bit less bored. And the Gruffalo snored and snored and snored. The end of the Gruffalo's child. That's one smart mousy. I'll tell you what. I'm learning a lot. Just get up in a tree. Wow! Thank you. Did you like it? Was it good? Yeah. Loki's getting a nap. Working that brain. It was good. All right, what do we got now? Let's see. Oh, this is a real cute one. Mommy's Little Monster. I love it. Look at that little baby. It really does. It really does. Mommy's Little Monster by Don McNiff. And I really love the illustration. Let's see who did that. Illustrated by Kate Willis Crowley. Yeah, I love that. What will soothe this sweet little beastie? Well, let's see here. Let's take a look at the shelf. What do we see? We got shampoo, extra itchy cotton wool balls, pokey buds, boogie bath bubbles, McNiff's whiff toilet water, McNiff's snifty snotty snots, uh, well troll rocks and minerals, ickle trail teething gel, and squiggly goats, extra puffy, and pimple perfect. Mmm, yummy. Well, we'll see. Maybe something else will soothe this little troll. Mommy's Little Monster. Trolls love their mommies. Tiny Troll loved his mommy a lot. More than puddles, more than earwigs. I know, Loki. Lech. But Tiny Troll's mommy was going to a party tonight. I'm coming with you, said Tiny Troll. Oh no, my little monster, said his mommy. This party's only for grown-ups. Mrs. Hag is going to babysit you, okay? Mm, I'm not baby, he whined, but his mommy would not listen. Tiny Troll sat on his mommy's lap while she painted her claws and curled her bristles. He held onto her leg while she waxed her tail and rubbed slime into her scales. Then she dabbed behind her ears with blue bottle perfume and put on her high-heeled clodhoppers and her pondweed cloak. She was ready, and she's using frog spawn goop. That's upsetting. My cousins. Tiny Troll took one look at his mommy, loved her so much that he nearly popped. She was the prettiest mommy ever. She was Princess Mommy Troll. He put his arms in the air, ups, and Mommy picked him up. She smelled stinky sweet and strange, not like his mommy at all. Mrs. Hag arrived. Tiny Troll clung on tight, but his mommy was firm. She put him back down on the ground. Come now, my little monster, she said. Give Mommy a kiss. Goodbye. Right here, right here. But Tiny Troll shook his head. Mm-mm. He turned away and pouted. So his mommy blew him a kiss, and she slipped out the cave door. What? What? Tiny Troll roared. He threw himself at the cave door. Mommy! Come on, lovey, said Mrs. Hag. How about some warm mud milk and a bedtime story? Tiny Troll did like mud milk. But no, he loved Mommy more. No! He yelled, and he flung his toy slug against the wall. Mommy! Okay, Mrs. Hag said kindly. I'll be in the swamp room if you want me. Tiny Troll lay with his face scrunched into the itchy mat. His tears made a big wet patch. Meanie Mommy, he muttered. He drummed the door hard with his tiny little tail. Whack, whack, whack. Then he smelled a creamy, muddy smell coming from the swamp room. Tiny Troll sighed. Oh, he did really like mud milk. He stood up and wiped his eyes. He peeped around the door. Does mud milk make the crying go away? He asked. Oh, I think it does, said Mrs. Hag. So Tiny Troll had a mug full of mud milk, and Mrs. Hag read him his favorite story about a little troll scaring a big wolf away. Then Mrs. Hag let him have another mugful. Tiny Troll snuggled up to her. His mommy never let him have more than one mug. Tiny Troll's eyelids suddenly seemed very heavy. He felt Mrs. Hag lift him up and carry him to his bog. She gently tucked him in. When Tiny Troll woke up, it was still night time, and his mommy was leaning over his bed to kiss him good night. She was still wearing her party dress, but she had taken off her makeup, and her bristles smelled of that sweet mold again. Mm. I'm back home, she said softly, and I brought you a treat from the party. It was a bag of rotten worms. Oh, his favorite. Tiny Troll hugged his lovely mommy and his yummy worms and smiled a sleepy smile. Maybe grown-up parties weren't so bad after all. Who will always be my baby? She whispered. Who's mommy's little monster? Tiny Troll said, Me! And as his mommy stroked his head, he drifted back to sleep, still clutching the bag of rotten worms. The end of Mommy's Little Monster. Yeah! That was a really cute one. And I love the art. Great illustration. Oh man, I think we have time for like one more, maybe two. Let's see. I know we've read this one before, but it is one of my favorites. And I am still looking for number 2. There is a number 2 to this book, and I don't have it. So one day I will have it, though. Have you ever read I Need My Monster? It's a good one. We just learned about mommies and their troll babies, and maybe you need your own troll mom or just a monster in general. Another great book written by Amanda Noll and illustrated by Howard McWilliam. Excellent illustrations. I love this book too. It's I Need My Monster. The sign says Ethan's room. Tonight, exactly, comma. Tonight, when I looked under the bed for my monster, I found this note instead. Gone fishing, back in a week. Gabe. What was I going to do? I needed a monster under my bed. I mean, how was I supposed to go to sleep if my monster was gone, am I right? I tried to sleep, I really did. But it wasn't the same without Gabe. I missed his ragged breathing, his nose whistles, and the scratching of his uncut claws. How would I ever get to sleep without Gabe's familiar scary noises and his spooky green ooze? It was no use. Gabe would be gone for a week, and I just had to have a monster. I climbed quietly out of bed so my parents wouldn't hear me. Grown-ups have some strange ideas about monsters under the bed and whatnot already. I knocked on the floorboards and then scrambled back under my covers and waited nervously. Would a new monster appear? What would he be like? Would his snorting be as cheerful as Gabe's? When I heard some creaking under my bed, I knew that the substitute monster had arrived. Good evening, said a low, breathy voice. My name is Herbert, and I'll be your monster for the evening. Herbert? What kind of name is that for a monster? You don't sound scary at all. Have you ever scared a kid before? Oh my gosh. Well, no, but I have read all the best books on the topic. Do you have long teeth and scratchy claws? I asked. No, but I have an overbite, and I'm a mouth breather. Listen. Herbert's panting was kind of scary, but it wasn't for me. Listen, Herbert, I'm sorry. I just don't think that this here is going to work out. It's nothing personal. No, it's not. I just really need a monster with claws, you know? Picky, picky, Herbert complained. As you wish. I'll go. There was some more creaking, and then Herbert was gone. Thank you for coming. Bye. Some scratching warned me that the second monster had appeared. Good evening, he said in a high, silky voice. My name is Ralph. I understand you're in need of a monster with claws. If you would please lean over, I'll hold out an arm for inspection. I crouched on the edge of the bed, hoping to see a horrible, shaggy arm with sharp, ragged nails. Instead, I was surprised to see a sleekly brushed fur with smooth, shiny claws. Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, I asked, but is that is that nail polish on your claws? Yes, it is, Ralph replied. I believe professional monsters should always be well groomed. I could tell that this was not going to work out either. Yeah, I'm so sorry to disappoint you. Ralph, was it? Yeah, but I need a monster with like scary claws, like Gabe's, I thought. I heard some more scratching and I knew that Ralph was gone. A minute later, a third voice came from under the bed. It rasped, "Check out these claws, kid." Heh heh. I gathered my courage and I peered over the edge. The claws were impressive, I tell you, jagged and dark, razor sharp. So far, so good. I was actually a little bit nervous. Could you stick out your tail? I whispered. Sure, but don't get scared. I peeked through my fingers at the slimy tail slithering over the foot of my bed. And that's when I noticed the bow. Are you a girl monster? Of course I am, she snapped. I'm Cynthia. Do you have a problem with that? Um, yeah, no, I do. I admit it. I definitely need like a boy monster. Like boy monsters for boys, girl monster girls. Everybody kind of knows that. Well, aren't you a picky one? She sniffed, and then she was gone. Was I being too picky? No, I don't think so. Mm-mm. I knew that my monster needed to be well clawed and absolutely menacing. The whole point of having a monster, after all, was to keep me in bed. I mean, imagining all the scary stuff that could happen if I were to get out of bed. Then I heard a shuffling noise and some slobbering. A fourth monster was under my bed. Hey, name's Mac. One look at this claw proved that Mac was big, scruffy boy monster. I shivered. I mean, maybe this one would be the one that worked out. Those are excellent claws. Do you have a long tail? I leaned over to see. Nah, my tail's stumpy, Mac slurped. But I do have an unusually long tongue. Why would I be afraid of a long tongue? I asked. Oh, I don't know, he said, trying to sound terrifying. You never know when I might lick you. I fell back onto the bed laughing. Okay. Oh, I see. Well, if you aren't even going to try to make things work with me, Mac whined. I held in my giggles at this point. I really don't think you should send me away, he warned. I mean, kids who reject 5 monsters in one night. I did not reject 5 monsters tonight, I interrupted. My degular monster went fishing. Fishing? So maybe he just left you because you're so picky. Fine. It's whatever. I'm out of here. I'm out. But I wouldn't expect another monster tonight if I were you. How was I ever going to get to sleep without my monster? I was surprised to hear more creaking under the bed. Loud creaking with scratching. I I thought no more monsters were going to appear tonight, I said. Hm, sorry I'm late, kid. Oh, thank gosh it was Gabe. Okay, whew! I thought I would enjoy some fishing, but turns out I just didn't. he explained. Those fish scare too easily. No challenge at all. You, however, you're challenging, my friend. You're almost too old to be afraid of monsters. You keep me on my toes. Ah, toes. A delicious snack. The bed quivered as Gabe's stomach rumbled with hunger. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to start the evening with an ominous puddle of drool and go from there. I peeked over the edge of the bed. Some green ooze spread soundlessly from underneath. Then the bed trembled as Gabe unfurled his spiked tail. He was daring me to guess where it might pop up. I shivered. So, you had some substitute monsters tonight, Gabe said, sharpening his claws on my bedpost. Were you scared? And Gabe started tapping. I could tell he wanted to know if I still needed him as a monster in my life. Nope, no other monsters can scare me like you do. I giggled, diving under my covers and pulling them about tight. Through the blankets, I heard Gabe's soft, comforting snorts. I knew it. We're made for each other, kid, he growled. When my blankets started to slip off the bed, I knew Gabe was ready to eat. Now, if you could please stick your foot, he said. I'd like to nibble on your pinky toe. I yanked my blanket back up, scrunched my feet in so that Gabe couldn't get to them. No toes tonight, but here, take this, I offered, pushing one of my pillows off the bed. I didn't even hear that pillow hit the floor. He ate it. Gabe was back. The ooze was perfect. Everything was back to normal. I shivered again. I'd be asleep in no time. The end of I Need My Monster by Amanda Noll. Woohoo! Welcome in those just coming in. Yay! Those are all of my monster books that I have for today. I might have an extra one. We got like 5-ish minutes. I could probably read one more. Let me see what we got. What do we got? Let's see. We got the Gruffalo. We got. Oh, well. Well, this is going to be really tiny, y'all. You're going to have to cam in, folks. It does not resize, okay? We got one more. We can't think about monsters without the monsters from Monsters, Inc. Am I right? Disney, Pixar, Monsters, Inc. Come on, you guys know. They collect the screams and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know that I know that we know? Yeah, okay, good. Perfect. Welcome in those just coming in. Monsters, Inc. by Disney Pixar. We can do it. We'll get through in just a few minutes, I promise. 23! Thank you! See, I knew you would know. Monsters of all shapes and sizes lived in Monstropolis. The monsters kept their town running by sneaking into the human world and collecting screams from human children. Those screams were turned into energy. Monstropolis was in the middle of an energy shortage, and it was getting harder and harder to scare the children these days. Sully and his best friend Mike worked at Monsters, Inc. Sully was a scarer. Mike was his assistant. Together they collected more screams than any other scare team. Randall also worked at Monsters, Inc. He could blend into any background, making himself practically invisible. Randall was the second best scarer at Monsters, Inc. He was always trying sneaky things to gather more screams than Sully. One day, Randall, Sully, and the other scarers stood in front of a row of doors, ready to start work. Each door would lead them into a different child's bedroom in the human world. May the best monster win, Sully said to Randall. Yeah, I plan to, Randall snarled back. Randall worked fast and scared lots of children behind lots of doors. But when Sully scared all the kids at a slumber party, he set a new scare record. Everyone congratulated him, except Randall. Uh-oh! A scarer named George returned from a child's room with a sock stuck to his fur. Within seconds, special agents from the Child Detection Agency, known as the CDA, burst in and gave George a good cleaning. Monsters thought children and their things were toxic. Let me hear that again. 2319! Exactly. Thank you, Kelly. After the workday ended. Oh, 3312 in Spanish. That's cool. After the workday, Sully noticed that a child's store was still out on the scare floor. He peeked inside but didn't see anyone. As Sully closed the door and started to walk away, he heard a voice. Kitty! A little girl was holding on to his tail. She wasn't scared of him, but he was terrified of her. Sully panicked. He tried to get the girl back in her room, but she wanted to play. Sully finally managed to hide her in a duffel bag just as Randall walked by. Phew! No one could know about the little girl. Human kids were not allowed in Monstropolis. Sully's secret didn't stay hidden for very long. When he stopped in a restaurant to tell Mike what had happened, the little girl got out of the bag. All the monsters in the restaurant screamed. Luckily, Mike and Sully whisked the girl away before the CDA agents arrived. With no other place to go, Mike and Sully took the little girl back to their apartment. Mike put on all the protective gear that he could find, but Sully was starting to think that maybe the girl wasn't dangerous after all. And a very strange thing happened. Whenever she laughed, all the lights glowed brighter than ever before. Hmm. The next day, Mike and Sully dressed the girl up like a little monster and went to work. Everyone at Monsters, Inc., even the boss, Mr. Waternoose, believed that the little girl was a monster child. Mike and Sully heard Randall and his assistant talking about the human girl. They realized that Randall was the one who had brought her to Monstropolis. Mike and Sully and the scare floor. Mike tried to send the girl through the first door that he saw, but Sully stopped him. This isn't Boo's door, Sully said. Mike was shocked. Sully had named the kid? Oh my god. Boo wandered away while the two friends began arguing. As they searched for Boo, Mike and Sully discovered that Randall had a plan to solve the energy shortage. He was going to use a machine to suck all the screams out of Boo. Sully ran to tell Mr. Waternoose what Randall was up to. But Mr. Waternoose took Boo and pushed Mike and Sully through a one-way door into the human world. Waternoose was in on Randall's wicked scheme. The monsters ended up on a snowy mountaintop. Mike was furious with Sully for getting them banished to the human world, but Sully was worried about Boo. He quickly made a sled and sped down the mountain to a nearby village. Soon he found a kid's bedroom door and raced back into the monsters' world. Sully arrived at Monsters, Inc. just in time. Boo was already attached to Randall's machine. Sully smashed the machine and ran off with Boo. Mr. Waternoose ordered Randall to get the girl back. After quite a wild chase, Sully, Mike, and Boo escaped from Randall. Then they tricked Mr. Waternoose into talking about his evil plan. The CDA agents heard every word and took Waternoose away. Boo was safe. Mike had Boo's door waiting on the scare floor. Sully carried Boo into her room and tucked her into bed. Nothing is coming to scare you any more, he said to the little girl. Goodbye, Boo. Sully became the new boss at Monsters, Inc. Thanks to Boo, he had discovered that children's laughs created even more energy than their screams. Instead of scaring kids, the monsters showed up in their bedrooms and told them jokes. Mike quickly became one of the company's top laugh collectors. The monsters were happy because their city had all the energy it needed. The children were happy because they weren't being scared at night anymore. and Sully was happy because he could visit Boo whenever he liked. The end of the Monsters, Inc. Woohoo! Wow, 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 wow! Look at that. We did it! We learned so much about so many kinds of monsters. You're welcome, Sass. Thank you and John so much for having me here today to celebrate and honor Mama Bears and Mama Bear, John's mom. Thank you, everybody, for coming today to our Relay for Life event. If you've donated to the kiosk behind me or haven't donated yet, consider doing so. And if you have, thank you so much. It means a lot. It means the world to all of us. And I'm excited for Relay for Life. I can't wait. There's so many cool events going on. I'm sure you'll see me again between now and June. You're welcome. And remember, one team, one dream.